Werner, who is running for Congress heading into 2006 and running against Representative Dennis Kucinich, who is running for president because of his communist values. Is that right, Jason? Jason?
That's right, Alan. Thank you for having me on your program.
Thank you very much. In other words, Dennis Kucinich is a communist?
Well, here's the thing. I look at you, and you're a great example of capitalism.
Well, I'm a capitalist. I'm a liberal. A lot of people confuse the two.
You, Alan, are a liberal, okay, but you're not a communist. You were laying on your bed when you were a little child, you had your earplugs on, and you decided, you had this dream, you wanted to be in radio.
You read my bio.
And you worked all the way up to where you are now.
Googled me.
And you're an entrepreneur. He doesn't support all this. He wants the government to do all this for us.
Well, he doesn't want the government to do all it for you. I think, to call someone a communist in 2007, when there is really not a communist threat, sounds a little bit like after-the-fact red baiting, doesn't it?
Well, here's the thing, Alan. The threat, it's not even a threat. It's here right now. It's in Ruger.
There's a communist threat in the United States right now?
Here's the thing. Honorable Dennis Kucinich wants to pay through the government for all of our education from preschool all the way through college.
Well, wait a minute. I just want to get back to...
running it.
Is there a communist threat in the United States?
Absolutely.
Where is the communist threat in the United States? The Reds are going to take over?
No, it's not so much that they're going to take over, and this is what I argue. It's up to the conservatives, like me, to overcome evil with good. And because we're not being the ones who are doing what we need to do, you know what? Communism's taking over.
But communism's taking over?
Absolutely.
Show me where communism is taking over in the United States. Where is this happening?
Two good examples. One, obviously, is education. The government are trying to run our lives through our children. They want to raise our children. And then, you take your children home, you got to do programming.
Wait a second. Because there's been a public school system in the United States for a couple hundred years now. All of a sudden, it's becoming communist infested?
Oh, no. It's been going on for years, Alan. It has.
What is communism?
Well, it's government trying to control and run our lives.
That's not what communism is.
And ultimately, they want to get all of our...
No, that's totalitarianism.
And hold on, let me get to the property issue as well, Alan, okay?
First of all, you misdefined communism. Do you know what communism really is?
Go ahead. Before I got your show, I made sure that I heard what you were saying. I went to the dictionary. I wanted to see how big of a twist it was.
Well, I'm not twisting it. I'm asking you a simple... I'm asking you a question. Do you know what communism is?
It's a government-controlled life across the board.
No, it's not. That's totalitarianism. You understand the difference? It's unfortunate that where they've attempted communist societies, they have existed with totalitarian governments, but communism itself, the theory of communism, is an ideology that looks to establish a classless, stateless social organization with a common means of ownership, but it is not government takeover of everything. It is, in fact, where everybody owns everything. But where they've tried communism in the past, unfortunately, it's been under totalitarian regimes, but they're very, very different things. You're describing totalitarianism, not communism.
Hold on, go back. You just said it's commonly owned, that they want to, government owns everything.
No, I didn't say government owns everything. The people own everything. It's classless, it's stateless, it's a social organization where there is common ownership of the means of production, not government ownership. It's common ownership.
Alan, when we go to buy a house, okay, we go to the bank, we think we're getting money from the bank. There was a time when that did happen, and now we're wrapped around.
You're changing the subject. The premise of your campaign against Dennis Kucinich is that he's a communist, and that communists are taking over America, and we're being infected by this communist, but you don't seem to know what communism, or what the ideology truly is.
Well, my premise against my campaign against Kucinich is not about
against your campaign?
The promise of my campaign against Congressman Dennis Kucinich is not about communism. Okay, I'm sick of.
You just said it was. You just said that. You just said you're running against Kucinich because he was a communist, and that you fear that there's going to be a communist takeover in this country. Isn't that what you said?
Alan, that's not entirely what I said. You're twisting it. It's like a liberal.
Don't say just like a liberal. You're saying you fear that communism is rearing its head in our society.
But this has been going on for years, and I've been realizing it recently.
I've just been realizing it recently.
Yes.
But so again, I'm asking for specific examples of where communism is rearing its head, but I'm not really hearing it.
I'm telling you right now, when you go to buy a house, you're getting that mortgage from the bank. No, you're getting it through the federal government. The federal government gives money to people to buy houses.
So the federal government insures the, look, the FDIC insures when you put money in the bank. There's the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation insures it, so you don't lose your money. Is there anything wrong with that?
No. FDIC has not a whole lot to do with mortgages. Okay, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, these are government-sponsored entities.
Right.
Formed by the Housing and Urban Development.
Right.
These guys are giving tons and tons of buying the mortgage. They're essentially giving money to the banks, so the banks can turn around and give it to me and you to buy a house.
Right, so people can afford to buy houses.
There's a problem. It's not the government's job to be giving money to people.
Right, so you don't want people to be able to get mortgages?
No, they can get mortgages through a bank. And as a result, we have these subprime lenders because the banks